And I've really had to struggle with with that because I was like, can I just help sell money? And if I could, is that really helping them or not? And part of me was just I wish I could just have enough money to give every little kid some money every time I see him. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing either. So as I've started doing speaking more, I've came to realize that, and which I would have wanted as a kid as well, is just somebody to talk to and to listen, and that can really relate. And really takes time to understand it, and has maybe been through the same things himself. And that's all I can do, really. I think that's the best I can do. Money wise, I hope I can start some foundations or maybe donate to some schools where these kids, especially in other countries, can come learn together and possibly hear from me or learn some things that I put together one day. But I think I think really when it comes down to the world and humanity, which is such an overwhelming thing to think about and see, but that's what it's going to take also, is just people caring about people one to one, understanding and loving, everybody.
Yeah, it's amazing how much a little time and attention can do for a kid. So, what do you like best about your life now?
I remember when I was like 14 or 15, me and my friend Kevin had snuck out my dad's car and we were driving around and we were talking and we were like, man, we need to make some money. Like, man, I wish we could just find a job that we could just drive around and go everywhere and just get paid for it. And it's weird how now when I thought about that conversation now, I'm like, wow, I have that now. Selling here in this business, the industry that I'm in, and the way it's all worked out for me, I literally do what I want to do every day, and go where I want to go and do the business I want to do and can travel doing that because it's such a vast, worldwide industry. So that's it. It's every single day. Sometimes I get down, sometimes I don't know what to do. That's normal. But on a general basis, I can literally wake up and say, okay, especially now that I've worked this hard this long, I'm financially able to just say, okay, I want to go to Hawaii next week. I want to go to Belize next week. I want to go to London next week. And I want to stay for a couple of weeks and work from there. My shop I can run on my laptop and my phone. My team is amazing that we all know each other. We know each other so well that we can argue with each other, in a work sense and a friend sense. And we have ups and downs in the team as well, but we are a team that knows each other, that has a business together, that is on the same goal, both business and personally. I mean, that's a powerful factor. And I'm very grateful to have that powerful factor, be part of that powerful factor as well. So it's all my favorite part, really.
Okay, great. So, what would you most like to share with the world? You do speaking and you have a platform. So, what would you most like to share?
Most, I don't, sometimes I don't like the words that are so like the most, the least, but the most, I guess, would just have to be like me. And not to say like I'm just this special, amazing, person, but I feel like I have experienced a lot from my point of view that has been so diverse and different and up and down that just a conversation and just being with anybody present, I can kind of contribute and add value to them, their lives, or maybe someone's lives that they know. And I think maybe a part of that question I'm still working on figuring out totally, like what is the actual, like what is like the direct sentence. But I do know it's along the lines of, giving of myself, sharing what I've learned in my experience and being able to serve and deliver value to people for things that they need, that they actually need, like I want to fix those issues and problems. I think maybe it'll turn itself out to be like projects, because one of my big projects is the breaking goat silence hashtag, and getting these kids that are still going through these things that I went through a chance to not have to go through it, and possibly still learn from someone like me or like my brothers and sisters that are survivors that have been through the same things I have. Maybe learn from one of us and then see this is what you could be going through. We're doing our best to stop these things, but you need to maybe think about doing A, B, C, and X, Y, Z so you can never in the future have to have this anywhere near you or around you, and possibly help some friends you might know in the process. And that's just one project. I hope to be able to help prisoners one day, especially all the ones going to prison for not, something that I feel like they need to be in there that long for. And then when they get out, they don't know what to do. For me, I have a lot of help and resources and family, and I couldn't get a job at Burger King, so I couldn't get a job at Uber, at Lyft, at Postmates, at Grubhub. Any of them I applied to when I came to LA, and I was in a bad situation. I needed it. So yeah, I just want to be able to help those people. I would love for a girl to come out of prison, to have heard about my company, to say, Rock, like, I don't want to sell dope no more. I want to rock with your hair, and I want to work, and I'm ready to do this. And I'd be like, let's go. I'm going to back up and support you. Let's. And that's fun to me. That's the goal. So.
You can't always do it. Sometimes people do need to, go the hard way. But part of what I like doing is, helping somebody to learn what I learned faster, and avoid some of the adversity. And
Exactly, shorten the timeline a little bit. It's such a
yeah,
tough place to be because, like, especially when you've been through things and, like, it's really painful and hurtful and almost, like, traumatic, like, you don't want anyone to go through it ever, right?